What do you think would happen if you posted an Instagram reel every day for a whole month? Would your account explode with new followers and engagement, or would your soul be sucked out of your body and sacrificed to the social media demogorgon? Maybe a bit of both? For me, it meant 10 times more new followers than I got the previous month, 4,000% more reach, and 3,000% more engagement. But let's hold on a second and go back, because context is important to understand those results. My Instagram account has always been where I shared my photography, but as you probably know, the world's most popular photo sharing app is no longer a photo sharing app. So a lot of us photographers are asking, where does that leave me? And the answer is Twitter. But if you want to stay on Instagram and have any success, the way to do it right now is with Reels. Yep. It's short-form, vertical video content that's mostly known for people lip-syncing to other people's sounds, dancing, and a lot of people jumping to change their outfits. But here's the thing, I don't want to do that. I just want somewhere where I can showcase my photography and my videography. So the question that I had is, can I use Reels to showcase my photography and videography? And once I caved and finally decided to give in for a month, I had a couple of guidelines. Rule number one, like I said, was that the Reels needed to showcase my photography or videography. No surprises there, but it did mean that I was shooting everything on my fancy cameras, editing all of it on my fancy computer, and I did absolutely nothing on my phone aside from posting the Reels themselves, because that's the way that I roll. Rule number two is that I wanted to try my best to use the sounds from Instagram, because people can stumble across you accidentally if they're looking through sounds. Rule number three was to make every single reel a fun and creative challenge for myself, and I think this added to the experience not only for me, but also for the audience. So following those self-imposed guidelines, I proceeded to make a reel every single day, and what I found was actually a lot different than what I was expecting. First off, it wasn't the slow and steady growth that I thought it was going to be. I've done little bursts of being more active and posting more on Instagram in the past, and generally just little by little I would get a little bit more engagement, I would get a little bit more reach, but this time the reach was all over the place and it seemed to have very little to do with my account as a whole and more to just do with each individual video. If the video was a hit, it was a hit. If it was a flop, it flopped, and a lot of them were just kind of somewhere in the middle. As of filming this video, I've got one video that crossed 1 million views, one video that's over 120,000 views, then I've got 15 between 10 and 20,000, and the other 13 are below 10,000. So as you can see, that's a pretty massive spread, and that brings me to the next thing that I learned. Reels are way more unpredictable than I expected them to be. I have combed over these videos so many times to try and find something, some kind of pattern to tell me why some of them were successful and some of them weren't. And I can speculate on a couple of things, but it is really hard to get a clear answer. For example, that video that has over 1 million views on it right now, it's about color grading, it's got a fun little song in it, I did this cool split screen thing. I thought it was a pretty good reel, I'm glad that it performed well, but a week or two later, I did the exact same thing. Same formula, same song, I used all the same effects and everything, and it got under 10,000 views. So the question is, why did the first one get so many views and the second one flop so hard? So then I thought, okay, maybe the videos where I show gear in them, those ones will do well, because the one that got over 120,000 views, I showed the lens right at the start of it. So I started looking for the other ones that have gear in them, and they are all over the place. So what the f? How are we supposed to cheat the system and get immediate results if there's no clear formula to follow? Well, there are a couple of little things that I think helped certain videos do better than others. Definitely not a cheat code for a viral video. Anyone who's selling you that is lying to you straight up, but I think these will be a leg up if you're trying to get started with Reels.
Hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you today?
First, don't make your audience think too hard. If any part of the video is confusing, whether it's visually or conceptually, they're gonna swipe away. In longer form media, like on YouTube, people might be more likely to stick around for the payoff, but in this, they just wanna be entertained right now. Second, those first 2 or 3 seconds are so vital in hooking the audience in. Maybe a fun song or exciting visual or some text on the screen with a simple question. There are a million ways that you can hook them, but if you don't, they be swiping. Thirdly, repeat plays means more views. If you can make a video that needs one more watch to know what happened, or it's just so entertaining that they have to watch it multiple times, to Instagram, that's gold. One thing that I also tried to do in a similar vein is make as many of my reels into perfect loops as I could. This way, when they get to the end and the video starts over, they don't necessarily realize that it started over, and before they know it, they're watching it again. The bottom line here is just be endlessly entertaining. It's easy, right? And the rest of it just happens with the magic of the algorithm. But regardless of whether I was meta enough or not, I did get a few things out of this experiment that might make it worth trying for you. The most obvious one is followers and likes and engagement. But seriously, it's no surprise that when I started posting more on the part of the app that they're focusing on right now, my account started to do better. So if you're looking for a dopamine hit, this might be one way to get it. The other thing that this did for me is it forced me to be creative every single day. I go in and out of these phases of whether it's easy or hard to be creative, and putting some boundaries or a challenge on it makes it way easier to get there for me. It's also a great place to test out your creativity or any ideas that you might have, because if a reel flops, you kind of just move on. It's not as big a deal as a big long form YouTube video. So am I gonna keep posting a reel every single day? Hell no. Those things took me about 2 hours every single day to make, and it started to eat into the other important things in my life. So I'm definitely gonna be dialing it back a little bit, but I do wanna keep going with what I've already started. My goal going forward is to create some more efficient processes for making reels, and probably posting about 3 times a week, while also getting back to posting some photos over on Instagram, since that's what it was originally designed to do. But as always, I want to hear from you. Is it time for you to take your own 30-day reel challenge, or was Twitter the answer all along? Leave a comment down below, and on your way down there, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.